So the weather has been really wonderful out here for weeks and weeks. Almost immediately after the deep freeze, we've been in the 60s, 70s, 80s. We've had a few mornings in like the, I'd say almost low 30s, like 36, 35. We've had a couple of frosts. But other than that, the weather's been beautiful. So I've had all my seedlings outside on this little table, well, on the smaller table, but it was getting a little crowded. And I have a lot more seeds that I have to start. I have tomatoes that I've been bumping up into larger containers. These were in the small little Jiffy cells. These little black Jiffy cells, they were in here, and I had to bump them up into these 4-inch pots last night. I'm still not done, but it was getting late. But so what I wanted to show you real quick, it's kind of a little seedling tour, so you can see how things are doing. I still need to pot up the tomatoes, like this one. Look, they're like 5 inches tall. I need to pot these up into the 4-inch pots. We still have about 2.5, 3 weeks until it's safe to plant out into the garden. That'll be after our last frost date, which is sometime like between like the 7th and 10th of April, I believe. So we're almost there. This is March 18th, so we're close. So I'm gonna pot these up into bigger pots because they really, honestly, are about to outgrow these little ones. I can see roots at the bottom. The roots haven't come out yet, but I can see roots. So I'm so proud of these seedlings. They did so good. So anyway, let me turn the camera around and show you everything. Okay, I want to start off with my favorite. My favorite right now is the nasturtium. This is a dwarf Alaska mixed nasturtium, and it's variegated. Let me show you this. Look at that. It's variegated. I am so proud of these nasturtiums. They're gorgeous. So pretty. And of course, I'm a sucker for anything variegated. These are beautiful. Anyway, there. I'm not going to bump these up into larger pots because these are pretty good sized pots. So they'll be fine until I plant them out into the garden. My puny little lupin, it's doing okay. It's still the only one that's come up. But those cotyledon leaves or whatever, those first leaves were kind of puny, but that first true leaf, it looks pretty good. So fingers crossed. Another one that I'm super proud of, and it's super beautiful. Look at these green globe artichokes. So pretty. And they're huge. But I have 3, and it looks like a 4th one's trying to come up. Like many weeks after these first 3 came up. But it's trying. Okay. The Achillea yarrow summer pastels. These 2 are doing wonderful. And there's a 3rd. Excellent. My Shasta Daisy, Alaska, doing great. It's a little bit leggy, and I'm not sure why, because it's been outside, but it's just kind of a little bit floppy. But that's cool. I got one good one. Still no echinacea. 0, none. Right here is all the Achillea that I separated and potted last night. All of these Achillea right here were stuffed into 3 cells. So, and here's some more here. So I separated them all out. And instead of putting them in the 4-inch pots, I just put 1 per cell in these smaller little cells here. So those will be fine. Coleus rainbow mix hasn't really grown much since the last update, but it's still looking good. I did plant some more phlox last night because seeds never came up. So I put some more in each one of these cells here. I put some more of the larkspur in these 2 cells here because nothing came up. Same with the columbine. I put more in here. And I don't think I had any more seeds of the other ones, of the delphinium or the hollyhock. I think I'm just out of seeds, so I'm probably not going to get any of those. Over here, common thyme. Nothing. I added some more seeds last night, so we'll see if something comes up. The lemon balm is doing beautiful. Got a few that came up. I added more in these 2 of the holy basil and the chives because nothing ever came up. So I put more seeds in last night. And then I did some like bulk planting. I did some bunching onion, white Lisbon. I see a few sprouts in there. See that little bit of green? I see a little bit coming up, so that's good. The Super Bissima Petunia mix, another bulk planting here. I don't see anything sprouted yet. I think I did these on March 9th. Agastache, Texas Hummingbird, Mint. Nothing coming up yet there. The German chamomile. I did see a few little sprouts in there. If you can see that. A little bit coming up. Marigold, sugar and spice. Don't see anything coming up yet. I do need to water these again. I have to keep the tops of these moist because they're going to dry out fast. This brassica, which I think is Brussels sprouts, is actually doing really good. Proud of that one. Peppers. The Lesia is doing a wonderful, getting bigger. The two habaneros are still a little bit small, but they're okay. Still have the one carnival blend right there. Oh, two. Nice. No California Wonder. I have some Black Beauty eggplant. These are getting big and looking good. I think I planted some more California Wonder last night in these cells. Pretty sure I did. So we'll see. Marigold Key Lime. This one's doing great. Look at that. Did some bulk planting of those seeds. They're coming up great. So I'll come in and gently pull each seedling once they get a little bit bigger and put them in their own pot. Anyway, I'm real excited about that. So that's Marigold Key Lime, and it's a key lime colored marigold blossom. Really pretty. And then this tray here, no butternut squash, no patty pans, no table queen acorn yet, no cilantro. Tansy, I do have some tansy right there. Those are little tansy babies. There's some, oh yeah, we got quite a bit of tansy going on. That's good. But the squash is, none of the squash. It's been a couple weeks. Usually I have squash come up by now if it's gonna come up. So that's a little bit concerning, but it's okay, it's okay. And then this first row here, this is the Cherokee purple tomato, doing good. This second one is Dr. Wychees. And then, let's see, the Salpaglossus Black Trumpet, nothing. I think that's just a little green fertilizer ball. Okay, so nothing else in that one. Over here, have Cubanelle peppers, finally came up. Looking good. Sweet banana peppers, look at them bad boys. Looking good, looking good. And then we got some jalapeno peppers that came up. Nice. And I think that's all for that table there. Let's go to the tomato table. Last night when I separated out my tomatoes, this one, there's a black cherry and a super sweet 100 hybrid that a couple of the seedlings in the cells were still kind of small, so I just left them in here. This one, black creme, is gigantic. Look at that. So these I'll be potting up into 4-inch cells. No beefsteak. We're just not going to get any beefsteak. But I have a few lychee tomatoes that came up. I hope I don't regret these. They're going to have stickers and spines and be thorny and uncomfortable, and hopefully the fruit is worth it. But I've got a few, what, 1, 2, 3 strong ones, and then some babies coming up. So that's the lychee, no beefsteak. Then Brad's Atomic Grape. These are so tall. These are 6 or 7 inches already. Look at those beautiful stems. Beautiful. So these I'll be potting up into the 4-inch pots. And then Black from Tula. These are about 4 or 5 inches tall. Still doing really well. Oh wait, Black from Tula is this side. The next one is Vintage Wine. So they're about the same. I think the vintage wine's just a little bit shorter than the black from Tula, but they're doing great. My Roselle Hibiscus, I moved up into a bigger pot. Look how pretty she is. I'm gonna have some hibiscus tea. How beautiful. But I need to start a few more seeds because this is the only one I have. And if anything happens to this one, I am SOL. So we're gonna get a couple of more seeds germinated of the Roselle Hibiscus. Here's my mortgage lifter. This one got potted up into the larger pot last night. Looking beautiful. And I planted them just a little bit deeper in the 4-inch pot. And then when I do plant these out in the potager, I'll plant them even deeper. So I want good, strong roots this year. Mortgage lifter. This is Super Sweet 100 Hybrid. These are such a great size. I'm so proud of these little seeds this year. Good job, me. I did a good job. Hold on, these are stuck. Oh, okay. Sorry. So, Brandywine. Yeah, both Brandywine. Okay. So, these look lovely. I hope I get some actual tomatoes this year. That Brandywine is tricky. More Brandywine. This is the yellow pear tomato. Looking nice and strong there. Yep, more yellow pear. I think in most of these I did 2 per cell, unless I only had 3 or 4, then I just put everything in the larger pot. And then last is some more black cherry tomato. Looking good. Man, these seedlings look good. So that's what I have right now. I have some more herbs and things that I want to get started today. The cardinal basil, some other basils. And then whatever else, I may go ahead and get started early. Like I was even thinking about starting some zinnias. I may start some zinnias from seed in some of these smaller cells. You know, maybe just put 1 or 2 seeds in a cell, and that'll just give me a head start, because once we are past our last frost date, I just want to get things in the ground. And the less things I have to start from seed, you know, the more of a head start I can get if I just start those seeds now inside. Or not inside, I mean, they're on the front porch. So I have all this here because this porch is in full hot sun all day, and we're only getting into the like 50s at night. I think we got down to 46 or 47 last night, but that's because the cold front came through. Before that, we were in the 50s and 60s like all night long, and then up into the 80s during the day. So according to these plants, it's already spring. So they're doing great. But I needed to move this other table out here, and I have plenty of room. I'm gonna scoot everything over, and I'm gonna make room for lots of plants. I want this thing full so that when it's time to plant out into the garden, Mama's gonna grow some food and herbs and flowers. And here are some poppies that I planted. I guess I threw the seeds in here about 3 weeks ago. So poppies are doing okay. Yeah, not bad. And here in this pot are some seeds that I've had. I think some of the seed packets were as old as 2003. That's super old. And we have some germination. That there, I'm not sure what that is, or that looks like some sorrel, like wood sorrel, like clover. So I think that's a weed. And I think I know for sure that's a weed. But anyway, this came from the seeds, and I think that may have come from the seeds. So we're gonna see. This was just an experiment. I probably put 1,000 seeds in here because I just dumped all the seed packets in here. Just if they were full, half full, I just dumped everything in here. And I know for sure we got 1 seed. So that's kind of funny. It's kind of a fun experiment. Anyway, that's an update on my seedlings. I'm gonna get these tomatoes potted up into larger pots, and I'm gonna get some more seeds started tonight. Okay, bye. Bye.